Roger Davis, better known as Gucci Mane, is one of the most influential rappers to come out of Atlanta, Georgia, and a pioneer of trap music. His story is one of struggle, success, and controversy. From his childhood in Alabama and Atlanta to his battles with the law, his rise in the rap game, his infamous beefs, and finally his redemption as a family man and businessman, Gucci Mane's life reflects both the harsh realities of the streets and power of reinvention. Gucci Mane was born on February 12, 1980 in Bessemer, Alabama. His father was often absent, leaving much of the responsibility on his mother, Vicky Davis, who worked hard to support the family. Gucci Mane grew up with an older half-brother who exposed him to hip-hop at an early age, taking him to shows and introducing him to artists like Run DMC and LL Cool J. When Gucci Mane was 9 years old, his mother moved him to East Atlanta, seeking a better life, though they struggled financially and often had to stay in motels. Living on the east side, Gucci found himself surrounded by the culture and dangers of the streets. By the time he was a teenager, he was hustling, selling drugs, and learning to survive in his environment. Despite this, he was a smart student, graduating from Ronald E. McNair High School in 1998 with a solid GPA. He attended Georgia Premier College on a scholarship, but his street activities caught up with him. After a drug possession arrest in 2001, his focus shifted more heavily toward music. Gucci Mane had been writing his rhymes since he was about 14, originally starting with poetry before turning his words into rap. Inspired by the independent hustle of southern artists like Master P and Rap-A-Lot Records, Gucci wanted to use his music as a way out of the streets. He began pressing up CDs in the early 2000s and built a name for himself in East Atlanta. Linking up with producer Zay Tobin helped him sharpen his sound, which became gritty, raw, and true to the rap lifestyle. His major buzz came with the single Black Tea, a response track to them franchise boys, White Tea, which gained local traction. But it was Icy, his collaboration with Young Jeezy, that brought him into the spotlight. The track exploded in Atlanta and beyond, setting Gucci up as one of the new voices of the South. In 2005, he released his debut album, Trap House, and from there, his presence in the rap game only grew stronger. While the collaboration with Jeezy should have been a unifying moment, it instead sparked one of hip-hop's most infamous beefs. Disagreements over ownership of the song Icy led to tension between the two artists. Diss tracks and interviews escalated things further, and soon the beef turned violent. In May 2005, Gucci Mane was attacked in what police linked to associates of Jeezy. Gucci Mane shot and killed one of the men in self-defense. Henry Lee Clark II, better known as Pookie Loc, Gucci Mane claimed self-defense, turned himself in to authorities, and was eventually cleared. When prosecutors dropped the murder charge due to lack of evidence, this incident cemented the deadly seriousness of Gucci Mane and Jeezy's rivalry, which would last for years. Even as controversy surrounded him, Gucci Mane was building his own empire. He founded his label, 1017 Brick Squad, named after the house number of his grandfather's home in Alabama. Though this imprint, Gucci would help launch the career of several artists, most notably Waka Flocka Flame. Waka's mother, Debra Antney, managed Gucci for a time and was deeply involved in the label. But by 2013, tensions boiled over. Gucci dropped Waka from the label, and lawsuits and accusations flew back and forth between Gucci, Waka, and Antney, fracturing the Brick Squad movement that once seemed unstoppable. Throughout his career, Gucci Mane's legal troubles continued to haunt him. Beyond the murder case, he was arrested multiple times for assault, drug possession, and gun charges. In 2014, he was sentenced to federal prison for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Behind bars, Gucci's life hit rock bottom, but it was also the place where he began to turn things around. He focused on his health, sobered up, and plotted his comeback. When Gucci Mane was released in May 2016, fans were shocked by his transformation. He returned leaner, healthier, and with a new outlook. No longer weighted out by addiction and reckless behavior, Gucci dedicated himself to music and business with a clear mind. He dropped multiple successful projects, reestablished himself as a force in hip-hop, and began to take control over his career like never before. On October 17, 2017, Gucci married Keisha Kaur. in a highly publicized wedding, and together they started a family. He embraced fatherhood, having 2 children with Keisha, while also continuing his role as a father to his older son. Beyond music, Gucci Mane has become a brand, an author, businessman, and a symbol of growth. His journey from the streets of East Atlanta to international fame has made him an icon of resilience and reinvention. Gucci Mane's story is one of contradictions, pain and triumph, violence and peace, chaos and discipline. He is a product of his environment, but also proof that change is possible. From hustling as a teenager to making trap a worldwide sound, to becoming a family man and professional, Gucci Mane has lived a life that few could imagine. His legacy in hip-hop is undeniable, and his transformation continues to inspire those who come from similar struggles.